Are you the owner here? Man, first of all, you're not allowed to touch a camera.
Hey,
That's assault.
I'm
just asking you, are you the owner?
What does it matter?
Are you the owner here? Do you pay out money here?
Don't
Okay,
touch me.
I'm not touching you, ma'am.
Get away from me.
Do you pay out money
Can
here?
you get him away from me?
6 of the 107 people cited for misdemeanor gambling have pled guilty and fined $200 each. The other 101 will have to appear in court next week.
Did you know what you were doing was illegal?
Yes.
Got it. How do you so you turn that camera around and put it back in the truck.
James Temple owns an 8-liner establishment.
We can't come in and talk to you?
No.
About,
Sure
about anything?
Nope.
Okay.
Put the camera up, bud.
James is not very happy to see us.
No doubt in your mind what you're doing now is perfectly on the up and up?
Right.
Get off of my property.
In the meantime, 8-liner rooms, including the one run by James Temple, stay quite busy. It's a stretch of beach where TV cameras are not welcome.
You want to get that camera out of there? What's that? Dude, do not approach me. I'm going to defend myself. Better. Huh? Get that. Get out of here.
He's one of at least half a dozen people we saw in various states of undress inside of folks like the Reed family.
You know, I notice if I go down there, it can get pretty nasty.
We shut the cameras, please.
The man in charge of Aransas County Schools doesn't want to talk about the team's starting running back.
I'm sorry that I cannot comment at length on this issue.
Football fans know him as number 24, Chris Turner, who electrifies fans on Friday nights. But the 16-year-old Turner is known a different way on the internet. The DPS lists Chris Turner as a registered sex offender, convicted of assaulting an 8-year-old girl. And it's not just Turner. 15-year-old Victor Robledo, who plays for the JV team, is also a registered sex offender, convicted of assaulting an 11-year-old girl. Despite their age, the sex offender law mandates both be placed on the DPS website.
Were you aware of this?
Sir, I'd prefer not to comment beyond this.
Superintendent Wayne Johnson read us a 4-sentence statement in which he says the school is acting within the parameters of the law and assures the community that the district is providing a safe learning environment.
Is it appropriate for these people to be playing football?
Sir, I have no further comment to make than this.
But these folks have a comment to make.
This young man allegedly had sex with an 8-year-old girl.
That just makes me sick.
They fear retaliation from the school district if they are identified.
The superintendent here says everybody's safe. Says there's nothing to worry about.
Then how come this 8-year-old girl was attacked?
The families of Turner and Robledo say both young men have paid their debt to society.
He's a child, and he can't keep him from getting his education.
Even though he apparently had sex with an 8-year-old girl?
I don't know that. I wasn't there.
Victor Robledo's mother was visibly upset.
People do change.
And Victor's changed?
Yeah.
This isn't the first time that Rockport Fulton has had to deal with sexual allegations in its athletic program. According to the Houston Chronicle, back in 1999, Coach James Michael Johnson received 7 years probation after a female 8th grade student accused the coach of touching her, and she used a hidden tape recorder to document the encounter. In 2004, school policy mandated sex offenders be expelled from school, but the current policy was changed to allow offenders to remain in school under certain conditions when the sexual assault involved a fellow student. But the victims in these 2 cases weren't old enough to share the same campus. The superintendent wouldn't talk about that either.
You're not a happy camper with us, are you?
No. What if it was my granddaughter?
Go, 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 go. They were a carefully planned series of raids, executed to precision.
Somebody get this house. Get this house.
Heavily armed police used sledgehammers to break down the doors of suspected drug dealers.
Go, 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 go.
It's the end result of a 4-month undercover sting dubbed Operation Lights Out.
After the 41 arrests, we just said the last person out, turn off the lights.
This was a scene straight out of the movies, a pre-dawn strike, without warning, pulled off by one of the largest contingents of officers in recent memory. From above, 2 DPS helicopters shine floodlights, while on the ground, 75 local, state, and federal officials execute 41 search and arrest warrants.
He was running for the helmet, for the bathroom.
Which is exactly what officers say this man was trying to do.
Mel was already making his way to the bathroom.
What he didn't know Officers had broken his sewer line so his toilet wouldn't flush.
But they had a scanner, man.
I know.
They were monitoring everything, dude.
Officers consider him the ringleader. Jesus Flores III, a 36-year-old, described as a man who went to great lengths to protect his turf.
There's two babies up there.
Police also discover he has 2 innocent children who have no idea why police are taking their daddy away.
That's what bothers me the most is when the children are involved. The wives, basically, they've got to know what's going on, but the children are the innocent parties here.
You're not a drug dealer, sir?
No, sir. Not me.
Inside, come on.
Everyone we spoke with maintained their innocence. They range in age from 17 to this man, who's 66. All told, authorities got 37 of the 41 they were looking for. They were fingerprinted and booked into the county jail, charged with felony and narcotics violations. Officers hope this show of force will send a message. On this day, at least, it did. Dave Johnson, Area 3 News. Alice.
Well, y'all gonna have to carry me.
We have to carry you?
Rufus Porter is about to show he has no intentions of going back to prison. After Porter is handcuffed, he decides to slam his own head against the concrete sidewalk.
No, I'm on the ground. No, I'm on the ground.
But it's what happened in the back of the patrol car that landed him back behind bars for 8 years.
There's gonna be a new cop killer in town. There's a new cop killer in town. There's a new cop killer in town. I'm a site patient. I'm a site patient. It's a new site patient in town. It's a new site patient in town. I'm a big new cop killer.
I consider him a violent person.
B County Sheriff's Captain Daniel Cadell says Porter's outburst was downright scary.
I better not know where you live at. I better not know your kids at their schoolhouses, because it's going down. I'm going to get what you put on paper.
Porter's case for early release is one of 3 dozen to come across the desk of DA Martha Warner since August.
9 different burglaries they have with 50-year sentences, and he's coming up for parole.
People convicted of such crimes as narcotics trafficking, burglary, and aggravated assault.
Some of them know that when they go in, they're going to come right back out. They're not even going to go, and that's real frustrating.
I kill your mama, your grandma, anybody. Y'all got that coming.
In Rufus Porter's case, the DA will petition the Board of Pardons and Parole to keep him behind bars.
Let me catch your. You better hope you don't got no kids or nothing. You better hope you don't got no newborns or nothing, because I'll try my best to run the over.
Authorities hope Porter's 8-year sentence will more closely resemble 8 years rather than just over 8 months.
I got bulletproof vests and I got guns too, and it's gonna go down.
Dave Johnson, Area 3 News, Beeville.